Good morning. Yes, let's make America great again. Make his ass go away. Whatever day is election day. I'm going to have a little cup of Joe this morning. Yeah, baby. Joe's on fire this morning. Fucking Joe. Cup of Joe. Yesterday was a good day. I resolved some issues for people. Most of my customers are older women, and they're very happy to see me. They're probably shocked to see how handsome I am in person and how put together I am. For most of you guys who are like asking me for XXX fucking t-shirts, you gotta have like 15 pounds of fucking ass crack hanging out of your pants if you're fucking dealing with that, bro. Go on a fucking diet. You're gonna die young, man. You can't be toting around all that extra weight, yo. I mean, they say the camera puts an extra 10 pounds on you. It does. It makes my stomach look a little bigger than it actually is. I weigh 225 pounds, man. It's all fucking muscle. You can believe that, Jack. I'm a heavyweight. You guys up there in the 3XL, like Tom's gonna, it ain't a good fucking look when you're asking some old lady to help you up off the floor, man. That's all I'm saying. Stop with the fried food, the potato chips, the bread. You shouldn't eat a loaf of bread with dinner. That's all I'm fucking saying, man. So, let's do some hater mail this morning because I've gotten a lot of comments. Almost every comment now is nasty. These guys are hoping to get an honorable mention and a go fuck yourself from Johnny Sunshine, it appears. So this guy, Plumbing Solutions, he looks like a little fucking dweeb, He looks like the kind of guy you want to slap in the fucking side of the head. Ralph Dyer. Ralph, sometimes you this guy just knows everything. I mean, he makes these affirmative decisions, and he's just he must be just fucking great, man. Because just by watching a video or 30 seconds of something, he can diagnose the problem, and he knows. I mean, he knows enough that he knows I'm wrong, he's right, and I'm an asshole. Ralph Dyer, I hope you have a great day, my friend. I sure as hell am. Look at this. Look at how I start my day, bro. Every day. The leaves are still falling. He's a Trumper. That's the root of all his nasty comments. So I went yesterday, and this lady had a toilet, a Toto, that was flopping all over the fucking bathroom like a fish out of water. Like a fresh fish pulled out of the fucking Gulf of Mexico and landed on the goddamn deck of the boat. I pull the toilet. Sure enough, both ears on the toilet, where the bolts go, are broken. The guy, he doesn't use shims, whoever put it in, and it looked like whoever did the caulking, it was probably the homeowner. So I don't even know if the toilet was was caulked in the beginning. If that was the original installation, it would have had to have been, because you can't pass a final down here without toilets being caulked. They'll hit you on that. Everybody knows it, and everybody does it, but it doesn't say they have to be shimmed. So I made the decision. Not only I could have easily replaced that flange. It takes a little longer, but the fact of the matter is that the flange was in good condition. Where the wax seals, the bolts are on the outside of the wax, guys. The bolts are. It does two things. A flange, it gives a surface for the wax to seal against, and then the second is the bolts go there. I don't know why my camera's going in and out like this. It's kind of bothering me. Probably trying to focus on that fucking fine print on my hat. Let's take that off and see if it works. Donald Trump, his fucking reach. That boy's broke, guys. That motherfucker ain't got no money. He's just a guy who's in trouble everywhere he goes, man. How could you guys fucking support him? Ugh. Anyways, back to the toilet. I wanted to show you, we've got 4 inches of fucking concrete that's been setting up for 20 fucking years, 25 years. It's easy enough to bolt a toilet down. There's a million ways to bolt the toilet down. If the fucking tap cons are good enough to hold that flange in place, they should be good enough to hold the fucking toilet down to the floor until that DAP sets up. I'm telling you, then you could pull the fucking screws out and the DAP will hold that toilet for the fucking rest of its life. But, guys, they need directions. They need to, they have to stick to the letter of the law, because they can't think on their own. The insults are flying over me not replacing that flange. Listen, guys, I've been doing this shit for 36 years. Especially when the criticism's coming from a washed up old fucking broke ass fucking air conditioning guy. I let that shit wash off my back like water on a motherfucking duck, Chuck. So anyways, I showed how you could do this repair as a homeowner, and it'll be just fine as long as you shim the toilet. The pipe was coming up and the concrete was crowned right at the center of the pipe. So both pieces of the tile was like this and the toilet sat in the middle. Oh, fucking, the Gazoo fucking muffler just went by. So you gotta shim that, Some of these guys who are great plumbers, Steve Lav, he uses a cedar shingle, Whatever, man. Whatever, and you guys praise him, you love him because he throws in a woke joke every once in a while just to let you know what side he's on. Yeah. Johnny don't mince fucking words. I don't, I don't send out little clarion calls to my folks talking about woke, Yeah, that's a dog whistle. That's what they call a dog whistle. Me and this camera got to get on the same page when it comes to the close-up. It's kind of a little off balance right now. When I'm getting down deep in some shit, getting up in somebody's motherfucking ass. It needs to zoom in on me. See the fiery minds. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So this lady paid me yesterday. It was, I charged her $200. I was there for less than an hour. And she was very happy and gave me a $20 tip, man. I fixed their problems. You know what I mean? They call me up and I go to their house, and this issue, like the first call I did for this lady, was her shower valve in the master bath was just fucking, I've never seen one so rotted and corroded. It looked like, you know, I'll be honest, every time I go to this house, it appears this woman goes crazy with the bleach before I get there. And, I mean, the first time I worked there, it was like a full frontal assault on my face from the bleach. And the shower valve showed it. It was all green. The valve body was green. The fucking trim was all rotted out. I had to put new trim on the shower. And I'm like, she's going off with the bleach, man. Crazy. But they call me up, and I go there. It's a beautiful place. I'm lucky that I have beautiful houses that I can work in. And obviously there's a lot of people out there who do not like my style. You know, I'm not one of those guys who... I try to keep it real. I'm not putting on no fucking act, man. You get Johnny Sunshine, you know? And there's a lot of facets to Johnny Sunshine. I play to the room. If there's an older woman who looks a little uneasy, I mean, and I'm sincere in all of these facets, man. That's who I am. You know, some of these guys, they'll show up and they're squared away and they're doing everything right, but they're there to fucking rape you, man. They're there to take your fucking money and as much of it as they can get. They're snakes in the grass. I'm not that guy, man. I'm an honest broker. People immediately know that. And that's why I've been in business for 27 years, guys. Shit don't happen by mistake. You know? When I went into business, they were like, you know, if you make it a year, most businesses fail within the first year or two, and if you do that, you're good. Then the rest of them most fail by 5 years. Well, I breezed right on through that period, man, and I was hell-bent on making sure my business was going to be a success, and I was very, very, very successful, man. I mean, by the time I was 40, I fucking owned 5 houses, man. I paid cash for 4 of them. And 4.5 of them, you know? Tell me I'm doing shit wrong. Unfortunately for me, I got hit with leukemia. Kind of cut me off at the knees, but that shit happens, and Johnny continues on down the road, Jackson. Let's get to the hate mail, because it's really funny. All these fucking Trumpers are on here. Some guys, you know, Plumbing Solutions, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. This guy, John Bloom, big time Trumper. No gloves, no knee pads, no seat belts. What a show. What a shit show. Thanks, John. Mickey Mouse Plumbing. This is from East Coast. East Coast, if you're looking for a shout out, yay. You got it, my friend. You're a fucking dope. Mickey Mouse Plumbing, starring Johnny Sunshine. Yeah. I like to think of myself as goofy. Yeah. This is huge. This is huge. That's what the guy said when he came home and saw the guy his wife was sleeping with. Wow, this is huge. I'm playing second fiddle to that. Yeah, that's your handle, pal. This is huge. Your wife's fucking boyfriend's tool. He says to me, maybe it's time to call and ask Steve for some pointers. Really? Kidding me? I'll call Steve and ask for some pointers when I run across a fucking oil-fired boiler that's 80 years old in a dirt fucking basement with a bunch of poor old people living in it who are fucking senile. You know? I mean, that's who he works for. Every fucking day. Today, we're gonna do a little something different. Goes fucking Ricky Redneck, bitching about the price of gas, but boy, they like stomping on that gas pedal. And then you look at the guy, he gets out, you think he was a big tough guy driving that truck, and he gets out and he's just a little worm, you know? Fucking Mickey Mouse plumber. Maybe it's time to ask Steve Lav for some pointers. Yeah, maybe. See, when I do something, I say it a million times, it's a million ways to skin a cat. And a lot of them, if you're not throwing me under the bus, you're telling me a different way of doing that. And let me just tell you guys, after being in business for 27 years, plumbing for fucking 36 years or 37 years, and being in the Navy for 3 years as a boiler technician, you're not, you know, with your advice, you're not telling me something I don't already fucking know. I go to the supply house a lot. I know what's on the shelves. I know what my options are. I do what I think is best for me and the customer at that point. You know, you guys would be doing open heart surgery every fucking day for the most minuscule little fucking issue, like bolting a toilet to a fucking 10-ton concrete floor. It's not a big issue. Get some long tap cons and screw the fucking thing to the floor. The fuck, man? I don't need those fancy little fucking ears on a plastic fucking flange. So this guy, he wants me to get one of those metal rings. I have them, dude. I'll show you. I got 20 fucking different kinds of, you know, it would have. And the tap con trick works great when you got a cast iron flange that's bad. You don't need to replace that whole flange. Fucking around, digging it out, digging the fuck, you know, re-pouring it so you can put 2 fucking bolts in. Give me a break, man. Snap the fuck out of it, boys. This guy, did someone say a crackpot working on a crack tank? I thought I did good on that job, you know. I thought I resolved it. I handled the situation, whatever popped up. Dude, I could be the captain of a ship. I've been the captain of a ship for a long, long time. My decisions don't bite me in the ass. Trust me. I hardly ever make a fucking mistake, man. I'm telling you, a big mistake that costs you money. I've never done that. I run a tight ship, man. Believe it or not. Some of you guys, every fucking day of your life is a fucking disaster. So there's the crackpot. Tanner West, this kid, this guy, he's I don't know how old he is, but he's in the fucking trenches. This guy, he knows his shit. He, you know, he's not slinging mud, man, because he knows what it's really like. When I get a bunch of comments from air conditioning guys, you know, who are fucking retired, probably never really were very successful. I mean, let's face it, guys, the people who are on YouTube, we're all a bunch of fucking crackpots, you know? I mean, let's just be real. the fuck? We're not on YouTube because we got millions in the bank and we're traveling all over the fucking world. We're here because we're a bunch of fucking misfit fucking clowns. No. It's just funny. It's just funny. This guy. Always check Blue Ice. I don't know. Some of these fucking names, man. I can't even pronounce them. Blue Ice Chico. He said always check the flush and fill valve nuts. Make sure they're tight. Learn that the hard way. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll see that I check on the tanks every fucking time. The flush and fill valve nuts. That's it. I do that already, my friend. Thanks for the advice, though. This guy, you need to have knee pads. Milwaukee makes them. Really? I never would have fucking guessed. Milwaukee makes everything. Jesus Christ, they got a new set of fucking frying pans and they're branching out into, you know, dishes and shit like that, you know? For Sunday dinner, Milwaukee dishes. Yeah. Wow. So far, no helicopters. Yeah, you know, those people that are helicopters, the other day, those people are very nice, man. I mean, they're good customers, they're friendly, and we joke, we go back and forth. The guy, he likes to know, and he's, you know, he's thinking too. And, you know, it's a great relationship, man. They're great customers, and they've gotten me a lot of customers. They pass my name out, man, all the time. I did pick up my business cards yesterday, and yesterday I realized on my way to get my business cards that I had a whole stack of them in a little one of those take one things I had screwed to my dashboard down where the lights are. And so I did have some business cards left, probably 20 of them, 25. But I picked up my box, and I did pick up the t-shirts yesterday. I got 25, but they're only extra large, guys. You're gonna have to go on a fucking diet, and you know, can't be getting orders. Hey, I'll take a XXX, and this is my address. The fuck am I look like? Free fucking t-shirt fucking hotline here? Don't work like that, guys. I can't. That shit costs a lot of money, man. To go get 25 t-shirts made up. You can't just like sprinkle it around through the fucking U.S. postal system. Got to kick up some fucking cash here every once in a while. Johnny's a non-profit, but Jesus Christ, man, make a donation. Oh, fat boys who wear double XL. I was a double XL guy before I got sick. I've managed to keep my weight off. I mean, I got down to 195 pounds, guys, from 250, man, when I got sick. And I lost that shit in a month, man. I looked fucking like death warmed over. And I managed to stay at a pretty good weight. In the last year, last year and a half, 2 years, I put on an additional 10 pounds. But I'm at 225, and that's, you know, I feel good, man. I'm not starving myself. But getting back up to 250, man, that shit's just not healthy, man. I mean, it's just hard on your joints, lugging a fucking cast iron bathtub around with you all fucking day. Like Tom, man, you gotta go on a fucking diet, bro. Tom's a good man, I can tell. But he's too big to be a plumber, man. How do you stuff him in a cabinet to replace a fucking lavatory in a 4-foot wide bathroom? they'd have to call the fucking fire department, hook a tow chain up to him, pull him out of that fucking cabinet, man. One ankle. All right, we're gonna start cranking the fucking winch. Hang on, Tom. Make sure you got all your fucking wrenches with you. This guy, Barney the plumber, he's cool, man. I like you, guy. T-shirts, he wants one, and he's over in the UK. For you fucking Trumpers, that's the United Kingdom, otherwise known as, you know, fucking England. I'd send him a T-shirt just to have my, you know, I went to England when I was in the Navy, Portsmouth, England, and I wouldn't mind having somebody wearing one of my shirts over there. Maybe his wife. I don't know what size you are, buddy. I don't know if you're like hitting the bangers and mash fucking real hard, but all I got is all I have is extra large, man. That's it. You get up to 2XL, the price goes up, Jack. They gotta call in Omar the tent maker to fucking make them things. And they need, you know, it's like the pan material. You go from a 5-foot roll of fucking shower pan up to 6-foot roll because you're a big shower. Got a little hit here from Dopey DIY. That's a hard thing to say, guy. Only advice I would say is maybe make your name a little, this kid, young black kid, and he's really a good, he's got fucking excellent, what do they call it? Johnny's a little slow, but his skills, fundamentals is what I was looking for. The kid's, his fundamental skills, just the way he goes about doing his jobs. If you watch, which I watch intently, people work, and I can see what their hands are only doing what their brain's telling them to do. This kid's sharp, man. Young guy. Yeah, his fucking elbows are a little ashy. He knows it. I know it. I tell him, buy some fucking lotion for them elbows, man. Come on. You're a plumber. Told him, I said, do you know Ashy Larry? He said, yeah, I know Ashy Larry. He's my uncle. So I've been joking back and forth with this kid. He's really, I'm impressed with him. I'd hire him in a fucking New York second. His fundamentals are off the charts, man. And he really knows his shit for such a young guy, man. Somebody taught this guy well. I'd like to know his story. Dopey, if you're listening, man. Ashy Larry, if you're listening, put a video out. Explain how you learned your trade, man. What you went through, how long you've been doing it, so we can get to know you a little bit, man. You really are an impressive kid, man. There's a lot of you out there. There's so much. There's this attitude out there that there's no young guys doing plumbing. And if one guy says it, then another guy says it, and another guy says it. It becomes, like everybody thinks there's nobody. YouTube is a perfect example. Look at all these fucking young guys who are plumbing, man. Wake the fuck up, man. Stop just stop regurgitating the bullshit you hear. I don't see it. I see a lot of young guys fucking doing plumbing, especially down here in Florida. There's so much goddamn work, man. But this kid Dopey, plumbing laureate, the guy from New Jersey, Sick Kids, Boston plumber. These guys are young, man. I mean, they're not fucking 12. I don't know what the fuck you qualifies as being young, straight out of high school, but I can tell you what I did when I got out of high school early, Jack. I quit 3 months into the 9th fucking grade. Yeah, I was on the fucking, honor roll. So much so that they said, you're all set, bud. Here's your walking papers. Get the fuck out of here. But, I mean, how many of us were actually, at 22, 23? I mean, I went in the military and I got married, so I was on my way early. I still had a lot of issues with partying, drinking that needed to be resolved. But give these kids a break, man. What the fuck? They got a long life to live. They don't need to be nailed down to a fucking job, punching a clock for the rest of their fucking life at 18 years old. Let them live a little bit first. But there are some very, very impressive young guys plumbing out there, and I don't buy. I look at these jobs. I showed those multi-story buildings that these predominantly Mexican or Latin immigrants are building. That's why the Republicans don't want to fix immigration, because they're fucking owners, the people who own them, the developers and people like that, are making tons and tons and tons of money off of these immigrants working for them. These guys are in the shadows. They're very quiet when they build these. They just, they're not fucking flying up in their fucking high-rise fucking pickup truck with fucking grates on the front, chewing their mouth, and a fucking goddamn "Don't tread on me" flag. What is that? A pile of shit on that flag? Is that what that is? I don't know what that is. I really try not to look too much. I don't want to give them any of my time, but it looks like they got a big pile of shit on that yellow flag. And then they got the American flag, and they're all over the place in Sarasota. They drive around with the flags fucking blowing off the back of their truck, making noise, spit and chew out all over the fucking car next to them. Just nasty, I mean, I don't like them. They're maggots. Maggot, make the asshole go away. I'm going to get a couple more hats. I'm going to get some Biden t-shirts. Every day that I come out here and do a video, I'm going to be wearing something that's going to cut to the fucking bone of you Republicans. And I will do it with pleasure. And I'm going to make sure that whatever I buy, it's coming from the Joe Biden campaign. I'm going to be donating to them. The last time I donated to presidential campaigns was Barack Obama, and I gave the maximum. Times were a little better for me back then, and I maxed myself out, man. I gave him all the money I could give him, and it didn't, and it paid off. You guys, see, now that was a I made a good bet. Unfortunately for you fucking dopes who are sending Donald Trump your money, that's not a good bet. You guys have to know that this fucking loser's gonna lose again. And, wake up, man. Just fucking wake up. I look forward to tomorrow's hate mail. What is today? Wednesday? I gotta call a guy. I may have to go put in a washer and dryer. The dryer is gas. I may have to do a dishwasher. This guy bought all new appliances. And he said they're gonna be there at 11. So if you could come after that, I ain't going there at fucking 11, 12 o'clock to fucking put in, a dishwasher, washing machine, and a gas dryer. I'll have to see him tomorrow. Otherwise, I can get there early. I can be there. If they're coming today, I'll go today. And I'll get there at 10 o'clock and start flushing his tankless water heater. And do the best I can. But Johnny only works till 2 o'clock, man. Keeps me, it keeps me balanced. And this is balanced, guys. Can you imagine if I was, not balanced? In my eyes, it could get worse. So let's do one final hater mail. Fucking dick face. I mean, what the fuck's his name? Uh-oh. Somebody's getting a big ass tree cut down. Here he is. By Mark HVAC 64. At by Mark HVA 64. You guys go on his fucking website. 12 hours ago he said, I knew you couldn't replace a broken toilet flange. Really, dude? Really? I know you can't. You're a fucking air conditioning guy. What the fuck would you be doing changing a, closet flange? You don't even know they're called closets. You know about closets, but not in the sense that a plumber does. You know what I'm saying there? Are you in the closet, Mark HVAC? Yeah. Now you're a band of fucking merry warriors. He's got HVAC dude. He comes to my back. He's got my back, man. I'll go to war with HVAC dude. He's telling him, are you a master plumber, you fucking cocksucker? Yeah. This is huge. John Bloom. It's like the circle jerk is getting bigger. This guy's got his own little clique of comments on my channel. HVAC or at Mark HVA, whatever the fuck it is. Him and Tony Plumbob. It's a circle jerk. Him, Tony Plumbob, John Bloom. Yeah, they all just stand around a circle fucking jerking each other off. Yep, it's a circle jerk. Trumpers need to get out more. That's all I'm saying. So let's see what's out there this morning. My man, George. Hang on here. Sick kids. This guy's good, man. He's smart as fuck, man. Actually, I'd like to see, if you listen to this kid, you'll see how smart he is. And I bet you he went to public school. I'll just bet you he went to a public school up there in New Jersey. Public school. The only reason Republicans are railing and want to perpetrate this myth that public schools are terrible is because they want to privatize it. They look at our budget, the national budget for school, and say, wow, that's a few $1 billion a year. I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure it's a lot of money. So they want to put them out of business. They want to turn school into a business. And businesses, especially when it's a corporation, they have what's called a fiduciary responsibility to fuck the people that they are providing a service for. Their main mission in life and only mission is to steal money and give it to their shareholders. By law, they're required to do that. So that's the real reason why these guys trying to put the public school system out of business. Public schools, these teachers are great. They don't get paid enough for what they do. what they make a year isn't even enough money for one aspect of their job. Babysitting your fucking kids for fucking 8 hours a day. You know? Never mind teaching the little fucking bastard something. So that's what I think about public schools and private schools. I drive by this private school down here, off of McIntosh Road, in a commercial fucking area. There's a Winn-Dixie warehouse next to it. They better have some armed guards on that fucking campus. It ain't even a campus. It's an old fucking supply building. There's no baseball fields, no track field, no nothing. No fucking nothing. It's only there to siphon money out of the fucking federal government. Terrible. But yeah, who came up with the idea? Let's put a school with a bunch of kids in it right next to a place where fucking 4,000 truckers show up every day. Yeah. You think a few of those truckers are a little fucking wackadoodle-doo? You know, you don't want them in a fucking school zone? I think so too. Yeah. It's just it looks like hell, man. It doesn't look like anything I recognize as a school. When I went to school, you know, it had a track, it had a football field, baseball fields, you know, a playground. There's none of that. That don't make them any money. That takes money from their shareholders. Anyways, that's going to have to do it today, guys. It's 8:30, and I got to set this watch because this watch says it's 7:30. I'm really up on all of this stuff. I need to... Here we go. Somebody's getting a tree cut down here. It's close by me. I gotta go inspect. Alright guys, have a great day. Fucking CIA's flying over, doing another flyover. I'm fucking... You can't see it, but I'm waving to them. Rhode Island style. One finger salute. See ya.